Hello everyone. I've come out to the woods to make a video. I'm going to show you some stuff. First of all, I'm going to practice going further away from the camera and shouting at it. Because I don't have microphones, except the one on the camera. I'm making a bodkin out of a piece of wood. What do you think of that? Kind of cute, huh? Piece of oak that I split off a small tree somewhere out here, and I was going to use it to make a handle for something, but it had some knots in it and it was kind of warped. So I took the straightest piece out and I've been whittling on it. So I'd also like to show some knives. I brought some out with me. On my belt I have my new Leuku. It's a wood jewel Laplander I discovered. Laplander knife. So let's just try doing a little bit of whittling with this. How about if I go like... I got the phone stuck in a forked tree here. So that's how we're running this. Now, let's have a listen to the sound as well. Might be getting lost behind the dog panting. Very little sound. And, you know, because of this very flat, so flat, I thought it was hollow when I was touching it like this. I thought, man, I think that's hollow. But I checked it with a ruler. Pretty sure it's flat. And I spent some time polishing the edge and stropping it. It was very sharp to start out, but it was more of a toothy kind of edge. So I love the way this thing whittles. Whittles very nicely. Also, whittling like this is good for my posture. I think usually I end up kind of like this, all hunched over. That's not good. So, yeah, we got this knife. We'll put this down in the trailer. There's a four-wheeler parked just here. I'm going to gather some firewood while I'm out here. So, there's this one in here as well. Aside from some knives, we have a wood saw and some whatever. Who cares? Okay, well, let's try with this completely unused, except for the purposes of making a short video, K-bar Becker cap art. See how that whistles. You know, instantly with the flat grind, you notice that it wants to cut in a lot more, but it has more of a zippy feel, and you don't get it tends to follow the contours of the wood more, whereas that Scandi grind tends to flatten things out naturally. But I mean, this certainly cuts. It's got a good edge on it, and you can totally do woodwork with it. It's actually excellent. That's really, really good. And like I said, I don't think I did anything to the edge on this, but I might have run a rod down it or something. So yeah, that scores pretty high. Similar kind of blade length or size, but yeah, very different construction. My woods knife. Now, if you're whittling on something like this that's flat, you can't really use, I mean, you can actually on this, you can just use the recurve. But, okay, I take it back, that works pretty well. Otherwise, you could be like this. Now, up here, it has that flat grind feeling. But you can use the Scandi area, just like a little Scandi knife there, and get that cut. I'm fudging this area, I'm going to have to move over. So, yeah, you got kind of 3 different cuts that you can make at this stage. I wouldn't be using multiples cuts, because that would leave, the tooth will leave striations, you know, it'll leave marks. Oh, I should have tried some scraping as well. We'll do some scraping. I was rasping on this, so I have some rough areas. Nice to scrape out. So yeah, I got to say that this thing works very well. But it's not the ideal blade shape maybe for this kind of work. You want something with a straight edge. You know? But it'll definitely do it. It'll do it very satisfactorily. Now we got this Bill Kennedy D2 buoy knife from my friend Bill Kennedy. Absolutely beautiful D2 steel, cryogenically treated. And I did try all these out earlier a little bit, so do a little scrape. But now listen to the sound of that. Yeah, this one kind of surprised me. I wouldn't have thought that a buoy would be much fun for whittling with, but I quite like it, you know. You have to kind of work around the guard, but you can go like this, you can go like that, you could do whatever I was just doing there. All kinds of stuff. And it's a lightweight in the hand. It's not very heavy. It's another consideration. So thus far, I think the Leuku would be the lightest, probably, I'm guessing. But, you know, already this is quite similar, surprisingly. And, yeah, this is light too. Feeling pretty similar. Not very scientific. Now, big wow! Finally! We're gonna test this for the channel, the Huntsman. So yeah, I did try it out earlier on the buck end as well. And boy, does it cut. Ooh, it's so sharp. See whether you can get some of the sound. I don't know if the sound of the blades is going to come across, but it's really very different. This one has a very high-pitched sing. It can almost get to nails on a blackboard kind of vibe for my ears with the scraping. So yeah, certainly also this thing has whittle potential. It's a lot heavier in the hand. Definitely the heaviest. So I stopped here in part because there are a couple of pieces of wood here leaning up against the tree that caught my eye. I'm not sure whether this is oak or maybe beech. Anyway, let's try chopping it with this. That's about halfway through with that chop there. Yeah. So I'll see if I can get through in two now. If I want to get through in two, I guess I'll just go on the backside. No, no problem. Pretty clean. Very impressive. Now, I guess because of the weighting of the pole, this changes a little bit, but let me try with the local. I don't think this is going to get through in two, but maybe it'll surprise me. Also, the question is how well this edge is going to deal with this steel, with this edge geometry is going to deal with bashing on hard wood. I may have to repair something. I don't know. We'll see. Well, actually, it's about the same, if not a little deeper. We did go a little further up the pole, so we're in a skinnier section now, I guess. Slightly. Yeah, so well, I was not accurate, so that's why it would have gone through that one for sure. For sure. That one. Anyway, okay. I would say that is, yeah, not quite as powerful, but at half the weight. Yeah, but very similar in the size, and a good pommels down the end there for gripping down towards the end, chopping. Okay, let's try this with the Becker. This feels way too light to be really good, but let's try. Kind of went on a knotty area. Yeah, not bad at all. Are you? Where's the? I'm sorry, amateur. Can you even see it? Where is it? There, right. Right on a knot. I'll go in a different area. I mean, freehand like this, not very fair either. You know, you'll get through. You'll do it with this. Very comfortable, not too bad in the hand, vibration-wise. Okay, let's try Bill's D2 buoy. See how this does. I'm getting the same result with everything, pretty much. Of the big ones, anyway. How about the woods knife? Go back to a chunky bit. Okay, is it a cheat if I use the lanyard? Okay, that's what the woodsman did right there. Missed. My accuracy was off. Anyway. Yeah. Likewise. About kind of on par with the Becker, maybe. In terms of the ability to chop in and penetrate. Which, given the geometry, is not bad. But this is coming in with a lot more weight behind it. Especially towards the front there. Yeah. So, we've scraped, we've whittled, we've chopped. Oh yeah, I did want to check the edges. See whether I can see anything. Okay. Seeing something on the D2, but I don't think it's really Might have put a little something in that, maybe. Becker looks fine. My knife is fine, and it took the most punishment, but it's pretty solid. I didn't really check the edge beforehand either. This may have rolled a little burr up here, but I wouldn't call it damage. Absolutely looks pristine. And now, how did this guy get through? Okay, so let me do some more chopping with this Leuco on this sear piece of oak. This is going to be taxing, I think, to an edge. Oh, it's really punky though. And that's with the Leuco. Let's try with this. And I'll go over here. Yeah, that part was solid. Okay. This chop's great, but it fucks your hand. This here was getting me here. So I switched. And then it was getting me there. Not as bad, actually. Like this. Maybe like this is good then. Let's try that. Test. Let's try that like this. Oop. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Like this. Doesn't seem to give the hot spot. And then it's very secure. But like this or like this was not working for me. So comfortably, you know. I guess also like this is possible for that extra reach. Yeah. You find me another 4-inch knife that chops like that. Thanks for watching.